Can, in a frozen embryo transfer on a modified natural, can there be flexible trigger? And the reason why this is important is that because it changes the way we think about doing a modified natural cycle for frozen transfer. And it helps us to understand how ovulation can be triggered a bit earlier. So the question here is, can ovulation be triggered later or earlier as usual when follicles are between 13 and 22 millimeter instead of standard 17 or 18 in a frozen cycle without harming chances of pregnancy? So what is the common practice? Frozen cycles are common. Rigid timing creates scheduling problems. It was the first study to test whether follicle size and ovulation affects a frozen transfer and challenges traditional timing. Flexibility could reduce stress and improve working patterns. And so it allows the clinics to schedule a frozen embryo transfer within that 7-day window. 3,000 plus cycles, flexible triggering of and vaginal progesterone is administered, HCG triggering given, specifically naturalized progesterone 200 milligram was given twice daily starting 2 days after HCG trigger, a single embryo transfer done 7 days after recombinant HCG. And participants were women with regular cycles with frozen blastocysts. Excluded if progesterone was too high or endometrial lining was too thin. And what was the discovery? The discovery was that pregnancy rates were similar across all follicle sizes, with success rate between 57 to 64%. Ongoing pregnancy rates appeared lower for larger follicles, but that could be linked to multiple factors. Impact clinics can trigger whenever the follicle size reaches 13 to 22, as long as the endometrium is good, creating a 5 to 7 day scheduling window, and applications would help us to evolve accordingly. Again, this is a retrospective study, so comes with limitations. So if you break down science, natural cycle frozen transfer is you use the body's own hormones instead of artificial hormones. Follicle size and egg maturity. For ovulation timing matters for hormone balance, not egg quality, since embryo has already been frozen and you want to have a natural progesterone which is much higher at times. Bigger follicles mean better outcome, and that's not entirely true. And think of this as a follicle size like a scheduling window, and clinics can pick up the best weekday for that week-long range. So let's say you saw somebody at follicle size 15 today, and then you want to do a transfer a week later, you can do that. Reliability, we'll say it's a strong sample size. It does not apply to irregular cycles, real-world data for multiple clinics, and we don't have some long data outcomes. I think future studies may give us a better idea. So key takeaways are no rush for 17 millimeter, 7-day scheduling window triggering between 13 and 22 millimeter, similar success, vaginal progesterone given 2 days after trigger.